Gentrification has touched many Manhattan neighborhoods, and one of the most dramatic examples in the Meatpacking District. What once was a gritty industrial area that literally processed meat is now a destination filled with bars and boutiques, and the area has been under construction for several years. And this morning, a ribbon cutting marks the end of that project. Executive Director of the Meatpacking Business Improvement District, Jeffrey Lefrancois, can tell us everything that we need to know about the neighborhood and how it has evolved over the years. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure, Alex. Thanks for having me.
So today is a really big day for you. What's going to be going on?
It is. We are celebrating a long capital reconstruction project of the Meatpacking District that's been in planning and construction for 7 to 10 years, basically. And it caps off, like I said, a long project, and we're thrilled to be able to offer 20,000 square feet of public space, public plazas, to workers, to residents, and to visitors to the Meatpacking District and the city of New York.
So let's first take it back. Talk about the history of that area for people that may be unfamiliar.
Sure. Well, I mean, talk about history. The Meatpacking District, it was once, public markets sanctioned by the city, sprawling marketplaces, actually, which is why some of the streets are a lot bigger than other Manhattan streets, and it really actually lends itself today, in the 21st century, to turning it over and making it a more pedestrian-friendly landscape. Cafe tables, chairs, umbrellas, so folks can come shopping, eat lunch, enjoy some people watching, visit the Whitney Museum, the High Line, spend the whole afternoon into the evening and late into the night if you want to in Meatpacking, and get to enjoy public space while doing it.
And why do you think this area is so special to the city that we've seen such a transformation focused here?
Sure. It's a really distinct part of Manhattan. Several years ago, the Department of Transportation piloted the Plaza program in the Meatpacking District as sort of an experiment, and that experiment has been phenomenally successful. Public space is good for business, and what we have for business in Meatpacking is a real cross-cut of industry. Some of the top fashion houses in New York City are based there. The Whitney Museum has returned home downtown in Lower Manhattan, and will celebrate 5 years in the Meatpacking District next year. We have the High Line. We have some of the best food and restaurants in the city, and so having all of that there really lends itself to this great public space, and also a significant offering for anybody who wants to come to the neighborhood.
And I think people are always looking for an opportunity in the city to have a little bit of an oasis, right? To have a public place where you can gather, and now you're providing that to the community. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. We were sitting there yesterday sort of talking about laying out the event happening today, and it was charming and quiet, and it's a respite in the neighborhood, but also just in Manhattan as a whole. Low-slung buildings, the umbrellas, it really makes for a charming experience. But what we're going to be able to do is program that space. Right now, we currently offer programming throughout the year. We do free workout classes every Tuesdays in a park not far from where these plazas are. Really great, Hudson River Park's 14th Street Park. We have seasonal programming all year long. Our annual Harvest Fest is going to be coming up, and we're also going to be looking at things that we can do to activate this space that's good for business, that's good for the community, and good for businesses and good for everybody to really enjoy.
How do people then find out where the events are being held? How can they follow you? Is there a social media presence?
We have all of our social media channels very active. Instagram, of course, is the best way to see us on a daily basis at Meatpacking NY. We have active on Facebook and Twitter as well.
Great.
But our website, meatpacking-district.com, we have a really robust event page, not just of what the bid is producing, but in the neighborhood as a whole. You can go on, visit our website, tell us when you're going to be there, and we populate that with what events are happening in the district on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, so you can plan for now or for later.
I love that area too is so charming in the sense that it has those cobblestone streets, and it really does take you back to a different era. What would you say to some of the New Yorkers that say you're losing that old world charm?
That we didn't in this redesign. Big props to Ken Smith Workshop and his design of the neighborhood, and to the Landmarks Preservation Commission, and for DOT and the Department of Design and Construction, really putting at the forefront preservation of this historic neighborhood. I mean, it wouldn't be Meatpacking without the cobblestones, and they're all there, and it's beautiful. It wouldn't be Meatpacking without our really distinct warehouse and marketplace building architecture that, yes, has been updated to fit the needs of many, 21st century needs. Fashion houses and tech companies now occupy what were once meatpacking co-ops, and that's just not the case anymore, though we still do have active meatpacking plants in the district. So walk the streets, get lost, ramble. I mean, it's there. It just, the storefronts are just a little different today.
And it looks beautiful now, I think, in the middle of summer when you have the flowers and the foliage out. It's the best time to come out and enjoy.
It really is. And our bright red umbrellas really pop in the sunshine, especially in summer.
You can see them over our shoulder.
Exactly.
Yes, thank you.
A constant. So we're so excited to have this back for the neighborhood, for the city. I mean, this is a long time coming, and it also just goes to show what BIDs, business improvement districts, and all our constituents, so businesses, property owners, residents, the community board, can do when they work with the city and all the city's agencies to really come together and make a space that's reflective of how great New York is and how great public space can really be.
Jeffrey, thank you so much. We
Thank you,
appreciate you
Alex.
being here.
My pleasure.